Hey guys, Andy here. Whether you're driving down a dirt road in the middle of the summer or past a garbage truck on the highway, well, any time of year, you may wonder how you stay sealed away from dust and odors. Much like your home's HVAC and furnace filters, which keep your home free of contaminants, dust, allergens, a car air filter keeps your cabin from filling up with every smell and noxious fume you come across on your drive. It's an essential part of any vehicle. It's also one of the most overlooked maintenance items. If the cabin air filter isn't replaced regularly, you run the risk of breathing in dangerous particles while inside your vehicle. Noxious fumes, pollen particles, dust, or harsh airborne chemicals can and will enter your vehicle cabin if you do not have a fully functioning air filter. Also, the more clogged your air filter is, the harder your HVAC system will have to work, putting unnecessary strain on your ventilation motors and system. This could result in more expensive repair costs down the road. Trust me, a new air filter is way cheaper than a new air compressor. Like most of your vehicle's maintenance, the best way to find out how often you need to change your air filter is to check your vehicle's manual. Some will recommend every 45,000 miles, while others will recommend closer to the 25,000 mile mark. There are some manufacturers that will even recommend you replace the cabin air filter every 15,000 miles if your driving conditions include heavily trafficked roads, high heat or dusty, unpaved road conditions. Some mechanics would go even further and recommend a yearly change, or at the very least to get it inspected every time the vehicle is serviced. There are some telltale signs that will indicate it's time to replace the air filter in your vehicle, and it's not just about bad smells. If it's not replaced in time, a bad filter can actually damage your vehicle. If you notice any of the following, replace your filter ASAP. One of the first signs you need to replace your air filter, and one of the least damaging, is weak ventilation airflow into the cabin. This can be caused by a buildup on the filter itself, which is common if you drive on dusty roads or live where there's an increased level of air pollutants such as pollen. If your AC is blowing weakly, even at the highest fan setting, the filter may be clogged. Another common sign that your air filter needs to be changed is when you notice odors in your vehicle. The idea of having the cabin air filter is to protect the occupants of the car from particles and smells outside the car. The moment those start seeping into the vehicle, the filter has lost its efficacy. If you always drive with your windows closed, but you notice a layer of dust or pollen slowly beginning to settle on your dash and other surfaces, it might be a good idea to have a look at the cabin air filter. The dust likely means that the filter is so clogged that those particles are making it past the filter barrier and straight into your face while you drive. Pay attention to how the airflow sounds when you turn your vents on in the car. Cabin air filters that are blocked or clogged won't let air pass easily, and that can cause a strange high-pitched whine from behind your dashboard or even cause your AC system to be louder. These are signs the system is laboring and requiring more effort to push air through the filter and out the vents. If you have the ability to look at your air filter, you will be able to immediately see whether or not it needs to be replaced. You might be shocked to see leaves, twigs, grass, along with lots of dust and dirt. If your air cabin filter looks like that, it is most definitely time to change it out. Since you've made it this far, it'd help us out a lot to like this video using that little thumbs up button, and subscribe to our channel if you would like to see more videos like this one. As is the case with more vehicle parts, the cost to replace items is often dependent on the type of vehicle you have. Some luxury brands will charge more for their parts and require that you only buy their branded cabin air filters, while others suggest you can purchase a generic cabin air filter from your local automotive shop. The average cost of a cabin air filter is between $15 and $50, depending on the size of the unit. Some mechanics would recommend you change your cabin air filter during your routine visit to the garage for regular maintenance. That's fine, but make sure to ask to see the filter first. Visually inspect it and see if it looks like it needs replacement, and do so. If not, you can always wait for a later date. Labor fees vary depending on the mechanic and the garage, but luckily changing a cabin air filter is one of the easiest car maintenance jobs. You can do this yourself. If you've changed an air filter in your air conditioning unit, or even in your vacuum cleaner, you can likely handle changing the air cabin filter in your car. Your manual should outline where to find your filter, but you can follow along with these basic steps. Remove the glove box pins. These are the screws that hold your glove box in place under the dash. Remove the glove box unit. Gently pull the glove box down and out of its space inside the dash. Remove the old filter. Be careful not to knock the filter too much as you pull it out of its little shelf, as this could cause all the dust and particles to billow out into your cabin, which of course defeats the whole purpose. Carefully clean the air cabin filter housing area. Using a handheld vacuum cleaner, gently clear away any leftover debris and dust where the filter was housed. Slide the new filter in and replace the glove box. That's it! Easy, right? Most car models made after the year 2000 are equipped with an air cabin filters, and some luxury models even have more than one. Models from before the turn of the century may not have them at all. Again, a quick check of your vehicle manual should tell you if you have one and where it's located. Generally behind your AC system and near the glove box, or sometimes at the base of the windshield just above the engine bay. Once you know where your cabin air filter is, it is important to keep the filter replaced regularly so you and your passengers can breathe clean, debris-free air every time you get into your vehicle. How often do you change your air filter? And do you do it yourself? Leave us a note in the comments. Until next time, breathe easy.